Check. Yep.
Left clear. Mexico Memorial Airport.
Automated weather observation. 19er, 14 Zulu weather. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Ceiling 4,000. Broken 4,800. Overcast. Temperature 6 Celsius. Dew point -0. Altimeter 3040.
Well, here we are. We're in the STOL CH750 Super Duty. I'm Sebastien with Roger.
Hi guys.
And we haven't done a video for a while, so we figured, before it gets really cold, let's get out and go flying for a little bit. So it's a fall day. We're now already in November. Can you believe that?
I know.
The last 2 months of the year already this year. It's been kind of a whirlwind year. Been a good year though, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, busy year.
Busy year despite all the craziness that this world has become. But we've been continue to stay busy, so we're fortunate for that. And fortunate we were able to do a lot of activities. So again, we're here in the STOL CH750 Super Duty, and that's we have the Aerosport. What is it? IO 370? Is it?
Correct. Yes, and most of our customers now we're pushing the Continental Titan, which is the 370, or the Lycoming 0360, and both of them are experimental versions.
Right. But both from Lycoming and Continental.
Correct.
And so good traditional aircraft engines. And then of course there's a handful of alternative engines as well. From the Viking, I think they have. Right. What is it? The 190? I think that they have.
Right. And then you got the UL Power, a 6-cylinder.
Right.
And that's about the four options so far.
Right. And I'm sure there's additional automotive conversions that can or have been put in or being worked on. And a lot of choices in that respect. That's where it's interesting to me. And when I look at, when it's over 150 horsepower with the Lycoming and Continental, even those are oftentimes older engines, they're still pretty efficient by today's standards compared to some of the automotive or other alternative engines.
And the nice thing about those two engines is they're going to hold their value too.
And of course we have the Evolution screen in here, running their latest version of the software in here as well. Not just software, but hardware as well. They've done a update and upgrade fairly recently on.
All right, we're going to do a run up here. Run it up to 17, check each ignition. Go back to both, then left. Let it run for a second, back to both. Controls clear and free, gas is on. We'll keep it on the right tank. I could turn it on the left, which is the fullest. Let's just do that.
And I'm a little bit heavier than you, so always good to burn off on the heavy side.
I was going to say it. And then I'm going to put out about half flaps. And full flaps is 15, so we're about 7.5 to 8 degrees. And we're just letting everything warm up nicely, and we're going to do a short takeoff.
And because it's a full-length flapper on, you think 7.5 degrees of flap, that's not very much flap, but it's a full-length flapper on, so it's really a lot of flap is out there.
And you got your seatbelt doors locked secured, everything looks great.
We are good to go.
Mexico traffic experimental 750 Super Duty is going to be departing runway 24, will be a local flight for Mexico.
And I know you always say you're going to be demonstrating a STOL takeoff, but that's kind of a normal takeoff for this airplane, isn't it? Because there's no point rolling down the runway when you don't need to, is there?
Right.
But full power, pull back like any takeoff.
Right. It's about 2 seconds and you're airborne.
Right. Well, come to a complete stop at the line. It's always we can appreciate a little bit better how quickly and how short of a takeoff roll it is when we come to a complete stop here.
Okay, so we got the wind. It's about 15, 20 degrees off to our right. Looks like about 6 miles an hour.
And you'll notice here, so the stick is pulled all the way back here.
All the way back. Brakes on. Add power, release the brakes. Those will come up instantly. Then I'll adjust the stick for the pitch attitude, and then she'll fly right on off.
The nose just jumps right off the ground. Amazing. Yeah, that's short. You know, we were, I think, airborne before the numbers there, so that's that's pretty quick. I don't know what the standard between the line and the numbers are, but it's certainly not a long distance.
And I was just waiting for it to take off. I couldn't do any more, you know, just...
Absolutely.
You can always, you know, adjust the prop more, add some weight in the back, do all kinds of things just to start gradually getting less and less.
Exactly. And here on our demo airplane, obviously we want to demonstrate the short takeoff, but we also use this airplane for cross-country, so it's kind of an optimum position, isn't it?
It is.
And of course, the Super Duty, it has fixed leading edge slats on the front of the wing and full-length flaperons. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of mist out there too. Wouldn't call it rain, but a little bit of mist on the windshield. Visibility is pretty good though. So like I was mentioning, we're now in November, and you know, we continue to have our workshops at the Zenith factory. Those continue to be very popular. And for those of you that are looking at getting started in a kit airplane, we highly recommend them, not only to get some hands-on experience, but also to go fly in the airplane, get to meet us, learn more about the factory and the kit, how it's built. Our next workshop is actually not going to be in November. It's going to be very early December, and that's going to be also in Lakeland, Florida. December 2nd and 3rd, we'll hold a workshop right in their hangar there, the Bueller Restoration Hangar at Sun and Fun. They've actually built a really nice CH750 cruiser there with the kids that they'll be using as part of their Able Flight program. So we'll be in Florida for that, and at the same time, and that's one of the reasons we did this event, is Sun and Fun hosts their winter, what do they call it, the Holiday Flying Festival? It is. And that's on the Friday and Saturday, so the workshop's going to be Thursday and Friday, and then overlapping on the Friday. And then one of the neat things about the Flying Festival is that they're also hosting a National STOL event on Saturday there. Well, I think the trials are on Friday and then the actual event on Saturday. And I know last year we had a couple Zeniths flying that. We had a Super Duty. I think it was Jan in the Viking-powered CH750 Super Duty, as well as John Humbert in his UL-powered what he calls a Super 701. And so those are always real neat events to look at these airplanes, you know, flying in an environment that, you know, that they're meant to be flown in, short takeoff and landing. And so that's always a neat thing. And that's going, like I say, that's going to be December 2nd and 3rd for the workshop, 3rd and 4th for the Sun and Fun event. Look it online. I'll put a link up here as well on the video, so that give you guys a chance to join us. And out there, it's really a good opportunity to do the workshop as well. It's indoors, inside the hangar. So and of course, it's in Florida in December, so that's a good place to be. And we were out last year at that event, and we really had a good time. It was the first time they had done that event. They did it last year because they had canceled Sun and Fun in the spring of 2020. So they really wanted to do some event in 2020. So we're all glad that that was a successful event.
Well, we had 8 to 10 rudders, and you know, it was a great event. We had a nice place to build the rudders, and then you could always go look at other airplanes while you're
right. And you know, normally in the past few years in the fall, we had gone to the DeLand Sport Aviation Expo in DeLand, Florida. This year we decided not to go, primarily just the timing. It's quite close to the Sun and Fun event. And since we said we'd come out to the Sun and Fun, try out these new events as well as the STOL competition, and they're only a few weeks apart, so those of you that would normally see us at DeLand, come down to the Sun and Fun and look us up there, because we'll definitely be there in full force. Now, you know, earlier this year, I don't think we've done a video since. You know, we hosted our 30th annual Open Hangar Days, and that was a real good time, didn't we?
Oh, it was a great event.
I think everybody really had a good time there. We had wonderful weather for it, and I think you and I even enjoyed it, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
It's always work, but we really enjoyed it. It was just a very chill crowd, and everybody really had a good time. And of course, we'll be planning on doing that in 2022.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it. It'll be here before you know it. So
I know it. I know it. And then for next year, again, we have a pretty full schedule of events in terms of rudder workshops and so forth. I know in February we're going to be doing it a little bit different again, and we're taking our workshops to Texas again. There's a pretty active group of builders down in Southwest Texas by San Antonio. Bill Fahey he's currently now flying his CH750. Is it a cruiser or STOL airplane? I think a cruiser.
it's a cruiser.
A cruiser. But he's offered his facility and hangar to host another workshop out there. So I believe it's going to be the second or third week of February. We haven't completely finalized the dates, but we'll be doing a workshop down there by San Antonio. Again, in February, it's a good place to be down there because out here in February we're right in the middle of winter time. So we look forward to coming back down there for that. And so look that up on the web. We'll again provide links for that. And then the following weekend is probably going to be the Copper State fly-in, and we're looking at the possibility of hosting a workshop out there as well. We haven't committed to anything at this point. If you're down in the Southwest and would be interested, let us know, because obviously for us we want to hold workshops where people would be interested in coming out for the workshop. So let us know about that. I know our friends at Quality Sport Planes typically go to the Copper State fly-in in the past. Probably come back as they'll be out there again as well this year.
Right. And I like to see, when we're remote workshops, I like to see just the people that are around the local area. And like we go to Florida, it'd be nice just to see the Florida people.
Oh, absolutely.
But, I mean, you can come from anywhere, but it'd be nice to see. That's why we go to remote workshops.
Yeah.
Trying to, accommodate for everybody throughout the U.S.
Exactly. That's the official reason. Unofficially, it's in the winter. We like to go south.
Yeah.
But absolutely, we love coming out and visiting with the existing builders. And the Zenith community, it's one of the things that I enjoy most about the job is we've got such a great group of builders and flyers out there, and it's always really nice to go visit these people in their own area.
It is.
And I was mentioning Southwest Texas, and again, Bill Fahey, just a couple of weeks ago, he had organized, I think he called it the unofficial Zenith fly-in down there, and I've seen a couple of the videos and pictures from that event, and it looks like they just had a great time.
They did.
And again, I know you get some really good friendships are made and started with fellow builders and their families, and it's really a wonderful community. And not only as supporting each other as they're building, but also once they're flying the airplane, is planning trips and events together with the airplanes, and just getting to know each other better. So that's one of the things I really enjoy about the business, and which is why when we do travel out to these places, it's always fun to go visit these folks. And again, we're in the CH750 STOL Super Duty with the unpanel Evolution glass panel display, and as we sometimes forget to demonstrate the capabilities of this panel, but one of the nice things is you can move it forward, back, and again, really maximizes the visibility around it.
Zenair 10 minutes out, inbound for landing.
And one of the things we see well around it, again, is we've got the visibility on the left and the right side of it, because the panel is in the center. We have, of course, we have the gauges, airspeed, altimeter, right front and center. Really works well. And then we have a full moving map, GPS, navigation, ADSB in and out, all the modern features of these light aircraft anymore.
We'll just cross over midfield, do some checking, and then we'll see what we want to do.
That's one of the things we always do when we're doing off airport landings or off runway landings, is you always want to make sure you visually check where you're going down, because a runway we often assume is clear, but when it's off airport, you just cannot make those assumptions.
Right.
Mexico traffic, experimental 758 November is going to be across midfield, and going to enter a left down for 24 Mexico.
So we'll just do that, and then we decide to change it.
Exactly.
I'm just checking out over there a little soybean field.
Yeah, this time of the year, there are a lot more places to land off airport than there are in the summer because all the crops have now been harvested.
Right.
So all these bean and corn fields, they may not be perfect runways, but they are certainly in an emergency situation make a good place to land an airplane. And not too long ago, it was all green out here. Now it's mainly gray and brown, isn't it?
So it is, yeah.
I can't see the windsock. It's right below us.
Yeah, it's from the north-northwest.
Right. I say this every time I go flying, especially as a passenger, but the visibility in these airplanes is so awesome, so amazing. And I think when you're a pilot, you don't notice it as much because you see things, but as a passenger, I get to just wander my gaze around and just look around. It's just amazing. So put in a bit of flap there. Yep. All flaps. So you put full flaps in?
I did.
Okay.
And Mexico traffic, Spremlos turning left base for 24 Mexico.
And we're, what, 60 miles an hour on the airspeed indicator.
Just kind of have a look, make sure there's no ruts or anything.
Looks pretty good. Yeah, we get this so nicely slowed down.
Dead right there.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Okay, let's.
A little bit of mist always makes it a little harder to see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's pretty easy to come down and check out areas, whether it's a farm field or someplace like that. It's just a great airplane for doing that. Let's go around and then land on the runway, and then land right on the threshold, or on the displaced threshold line, and we'll see how short of a landing you can do, Roger. Of course, this is not a competition, a demonstration, because as we know, the landings,
the traffic station there is about 4 miles north of Zenith by the field, southbound Mexico. Hey, Mexico traffic, Spremlos 750 Yankee November, turning left downwind for 24 Mexico.
Because, again, the landings, as we know, doing a short landing, of course, these airplanes are very capable, but it's also a certain amount of pilot skill is to be able to get the airplane to land where you want it.
Right.
And that's the part that's a lot of practice. Because if you can land the airplane in a couple hundred feet quite easily, but if you float the airplane, 500 feet down the runway, that all of a sudden means you need a much longer runway to be safe and to operate in and out.
back power, lead off the airspeed, start deploying a little bit of flaps, and then I'll deploy the rest of it when I get on final this time.
And of course, with the low and slow type airplanes, you don't need to fly a big pattern because again, come in much steeper, much slower flying, so it makes it a lot easier to see where you're going that way.
Mexico traffic, Experimental 750 Yankee November, space final 424, full stop Mexico.
Nice and slow, now in the very low 50s. Now in the 40s. In the 30s. Nice. Of course, now we could be could have come to a complete stop.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty good, pretty short. You didn't float for too long. Well, that was fun, and thanks for the demonstration again. It's always fun to do these reviews in the air, especially for me because I just get to ride along.
That's right.
It's always a lot of fun. So anyway, we look forward to seeing many of you over the winter. Whether it's down in Florida at the Sun and Fun, in February in Texas, or at the factory here anytime. For the workshop in January, or else come out anytime, for a demo flight. Come and visit if you need to pick up any parts or anything else. We're pretty busy at the factory now. I know our lead times are a little bit longer than normal, but despite that, if you want to get started on a project, whether it's with the rudder kit, tail kit, give us a call. We'll work with you because we don't want longer delivery day times to be a barrier for you getting started on your project. So give us a call.